I am your father.
Recorded in the garage by Two Smooth Cats, it's time for Shootin' the Bowl with Wade and Drew. Wade and Drew. Shootin' the Bowl with Wade and Drew.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Shootin' the Bowl with Wade and Drew. And this actually is, we're revamping the show, aren't we, Drew?
That's what we're doing.
Yep, because, well, we needed to work different stuff out, try some different stuff, and see what our best routine was and our route would be to go, and we got it.
Yeah, I think this is the right route.
Yep.
Feels right.
Yep. So for the first new episode of Shootin' the Bowl, I'm Jay Wade, and right here we got Drew. What's up, man?
Oh, nothing much. Same old, same old. Another week in paradise.
Yep.
You know, well, actually, probably, 3 weeks now
since
we last recorded in paradise.
Yeah, brought all the equipment last week, but I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me. I don't know,
Yeah, I wasn't in it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that, I wasn't in it.
I was in that game of dice, though, we played, so.
Oh, you got lucky.
Yeah.
That's how things go.
Yep, that's all right. That's all right.
I'll have my day. That's for sure.
Most days are your days. Any game that's played, you kick everybody's ass, dude. It's unreal.
It is pretty nice. Huh? It's a gift. Yeah, it's nice to have. But as I age, I find that everything's not as sharp as it once was. So, there's chances now.
Yeah.
You might be able to win at something.
Hey, you never know.
Just like dice.
Never know, man. Well, yeah, we're actually doing a review episode. The new season was season 11, correct?
Yeah, season 11.
Season 11 of Trailer Park Boys just hit Netflix last Friday, and I binged it Saturday.
I did it Friday with Tony.
Yep.
John couldn't make it.
Man.
He even took the day off and everything.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep. That's the way she goes, though. If you were to ask Ray.
Yep.
Way she goes.
So, you were expecting 3, both your brothers.
Uh-huh.
One couldn't show up.
Yep.
I live 8 minutes away.
Well, that's true.
I never got a call.
Well, I got home from work and we just started.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I see how it goes. All good, man. It was good. I enjoyed watching it. And
I think there's a lot of good and some bad. I mean, but, mainly good. Like 98% good, in my opinion.
Yeah, they've definitely, I mean, the last 2 seasons were not on point at all. And last season especially, I just really had a hard time getting through it all.
I couldn't deal with Candy last season. Candy just really turned me off. That's not what this park is. And first off, it seemed like everybody all of a sudden last season went pansy. It's like, oh, I can't do anything. Well, this person is threatening you with a bat and putting it on you and everything else and twisting your nips till they're purple. I think at that point in time, something should be done.
And the old crew wouldn't have put up with that shit at all, dude.
No way.
No way.
They run that place. Not some, just terrible person, really, frankly. Her acting was terrible. Everything was terrible about her attitude.
And the whole concept of the girl gang and all that.
Yeah.
And Don and Donna was my biggest issue. I could not stand that.
I like
either
Dawn,
of those characters. See, Donna...
I didn't like Donna.
Donna was a better actress than Don was an actor, I thought.
That's true.
Donna was more convincing as Donna than Don was as Don. I was so annoyed with Don, but Donna, I wasn't as annoyed. The only annoying part I had with Donna was when I remembered that it was Don.
Well, yeah.
So...
But there were times where that was funny. Like
true.
when after the bachelor party and
yeah,
and that whole deal, that was wonderful. She comes out of the shed and Steve, what's the news guy? Steve something. Anyway,
you said too fast.
Yeah, he come out, or Donna came out, and his wife's like, "Did you have sex with him too?" And he's like, "Excuse me, I'm all woman up in here, bitch." You have nothing on this cock razor.
Oh, man, yep.
It's like, oh my god.
And that's why I liked Donna more than Donna.
That was good. I guess I just didn't like when Donna turned, like, just mean. I mean, what the hell?
Right.
Just out of nowhere, they're just assholes.
Yep.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
And Barb was an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're not here to talk about that.
Well, no, but it's good to get that out of the way because this season was definitely an improvement on last.
Yeah.
So
and also losing some pretty main characters.
I am forever going to be heartbroken that J-Rock is gone, dude. I love J-Rock so fucking much, dude.
Oh, me too. He actually, and you can ask my brothers, he's my favorite character. J-Rock is.
I believe it.
And
he might be mine.
It's just the things he says and the way he is.
Yeah.
Like, he really believes he's black. And, and just the stupid crap he says.
Yeah. Well,
but then they have morals at the same time. Like, we don't do guns, brother.
Right. But is that morals or just being too pussy to carry
Well,
guns?
that's true. That's true. And that makes it even better.
Deep down, he knows he's just a white boy in a trailer park.
He all acts, gangster and shit. And then when it comes to guns, like, oh, we don't do guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, so
well,
you might
when
be
you told
right.
me that he was basically like he's Canada's Ryan Seacrest, pretty much. I was what, dude?
He's in all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah. Which, more power to him, dude. Good for him.
Yeah,
He's
it
got
just shows his diversity.
Yeah.
So,
Which I had always thought that show was his career, and then I found out that no, that show's just like some little piece of pie that he enjoys once a year.
Yeah.
And that's cool as hell, man. Because he's
sure
awesome.
He did it.
I like J-Rock.
As long as he was having fun, he did it.
Yeah.
But no, I thought, losing J-Rock would be terrible, which it is. It really is. But it didn't hurt the storyline. It's not like having J-Rock not be there is just like killing the show.
And they still had his crew there. They stepped up.
Oh, yeah, the rock pile was there.
Man.
Yeah, and I think T has really come into his own in the last few seasons. Yeah. He's not the background character that he once was. He's more of a front person.
Especially this season, dude. He was... Yeah.
His character is very smooth and laid back, and of course he's doing the old... the finger bang there during the massage, and Lord knows what else. He's chewing bubble gum and saying it ain't working. So,
Yep.
But no, he's really done a good job. But what do you think about the explanation of Lucy and J-Rock leaving in the show?
Well, first let me say, let's cover J-Rock first, since we're already talking about him, because I was just about to say that I don't know why, but I probably do know why, but I missed why J-Rock left the show. So what was the explanation for him?
J-Rock and MC Flurry just ended up going and traveling. That's all they did. They just left and traveled.
Right.
That's all they said. And then he says that the rock pile's holding it up while they're gone, and,
Right on.
So, yeah. But, yeah, that's, which leaves it open.
Right, it does. At least for a cameo. Maybe just one episode next season or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy and somewhat excited about that. I mean, even Snoop came back this season. Who's to say J-Rock won't? Yeah, that's the two biggest rappers I know.
I am that's great. I'm so happy Snoop didn't have a big role, dude. He is out of place on that show.
Yeah, he's too laid back for that show, and
not just that, but I mean, he's just who he is. He's just out of place, dude. He makes sense in that role. Canadian trailer park.
Well, yeah. Other than the fact that he just found out through Jimmy Kimmel and then he went up there for a vacation. But
right on.
But it makes sense because he did go up there for the vacation, and that Ricky has supposedly the best weed around. So obviously Snoop's going to want to get in on that, and that makes sense. But more of a Sebastian Bach role where it's not a main character like, in the second half of last season. But I think just appearing like he did this time, that's how he fits. Right. Because it makes sense. He's possibly the most known, other than Willie Nelson, pot smoker of all time. I don't know. I mean, it's debatable, obviously, but, as far as mainstream goes, he's about as mainstream as it gets.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, man, at least they didn't have Tommy Chong on there. That would have been fucking disastrous.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
that wouldn't have been good.
Like, something like that would have been stupid as hell. But that's J-Rock. Well, J-Rock, that's cool. That's acceptable to me. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Lucy, though, this is the one where I have an issue. They should have killed her the fuck off.
I know,
dude.
I thought the same thing.
They should have killed her off, dude. And I'm not trying to sound like, cause we won't get too into it, but her whole little rant against, Bubbles, I can't remember.
Mike Smith.
The stupid charges in California and all that, and she opened her mouth about it, and not only did it turn out that it wasn't true, that it didn't happen the way they said it did, but just the fact that she was leaving the show anyway, and she still decided to open her effing mouth.
Exactly. That's what I said, too. Might be one thing if she left because he was that way, even if the charges didn't go through, you know. But it's another to be like, yeah, I was already planning to leave 3 months ago, and now I'm going to say I'm leaving because of this, and it wasn't true. And you know what? Now I look like an idiot.
Well, yeah. And it just, I don't know. Obviously, she's not going to come back to the show. So, they should have fucking just killed her off, dude. Get it over with. You know, J-Rock, leave it open-ended. That's cool, but not
maybe
her.
That's the olive branch that, you know, they extended an olive branch.
Why would they want to, though?
I don't know. But maybe just to further their plot line later.
I don't know. I just got a bad taste in my mouth about her. Like I said, already having announced she's leaving the show and she still had to open her mouth, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It just...
Leave with some grace.
Yeah, but whatever.
If he messed up in California, that's his own deal. You know?
Yeah.
You don't need to tarnish yourself because of someone else's deal.
Well, and most of it was because it turned out that it was bogus and just made her look like a complete fucking moron.
That's true.
But whatever, dude. You know, I just think they should have killed her off. But whatever. She's gone, so whatever. And then they added the junkyard guy, which I still don't...
He's been in there a few times.
Oh, has he?
Yeah. That's where he always gets his clones from.
All right. I was going to say, for me, he kind of came out of nowhere. And he didn't have much to do. And I'm like, why did they add this guy? But I've seen all the seasons, but man, I don't pay as much attention as you do.
Oh yeah.
Like you know line for line a lot of the stuff, and I don't watch it that in depth. Love the show, but I don't watch it that in depth. So I didn't realize that he'd been in it before.
Oh yeah, Reggie's been in I think 2 or 3 other seasons.
Right on.
But yeah, I know he was heavy in one season.
Because maybe that's why I didn't recognize
he said something
him
about Ricky said, "Oh, I'm not growing anymore," and maybe his last season. But then Reggie's like, "Oh, you know, well, I need to off all these clones, and if you change your mind, come on back. You know where you can get them." And he ends up going back and getting them. But Trevor went back and got them, or Jacob did. So it's obviously not in the earlier seasons because it's Jacob and not Trevor. So in the later seasons, after season 6.
Let me get this right. Did I see it right that the only reason Jacob lost his hair is so that Ricky can now have a dog? Is that pretty much what happened?
What?
Or did I miss something while I was watching it?
Jacob is allergic to dogs.
That's what I'm saying, but in the storyline, is that pretty much the only reason they even had that stupid part in there? Was to give an excuse that now Rick has a dog?
Well, it's for Bubbles to have a dog.
Well, either way, you get what do you understand what I'm saying? It just seemed to me like pretty fucking stupid just to give somebody a little dog.
Well, the problem is they had to change a lot of this season because people quit while they already had the story going. So as they're doing this, they're rewriting this.
Oh.
So some of it probably just ended for no reason. Like, so Trevor just found out he was allergic to dogs. That was it. Like, that's kind of a dumb ending to a storyline as well. Like, well, who gives a shit? Why was he red? The thing about being red, like, I thought because they're making tomato sauce. Okay? So they're making tomato sauce and he's all up in there. He's obviously soaking in tomato sauce too much or something and he's turning red. And I thought it was going to go somewhere from there and it never did. It never went anywhere. It's just, he's allergic to dog. That's it. But then they turned it into now Bubbles is switching from being a cat guy to a dog guy, and he hated dogs.
Like
and yeah, I don't know. I find that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right here, I wanted to bring up. We've got it on in the background this season, and it's where Leahy and Ricky are redoing the scene from Empire Strikes Back, the lightsaber scene, and I'm Your Father. And I loved the Star Wars references in this. Dude.
Yeah.
They were great, but this wasn't a reference. This was flat out like
it was almost word for word in a way.
It was. It was just so great, dude. But I'm sorry to have interrupted you, man. But I saw that and I was like, dude, I wanted to bring that up so bad.
I loved it.
So good. I am your father. And he even says it. No,
it looks like he's going to throw up.
It's impossible. That's so good, dude. But yeah, what'd you think about the Leahy thinking? Well, I mean, obviously thinking he's his father and all that. I mean, that can happen. That's not a stretch. But I mean, for them to put this in, what did you think about that little storyline?
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I did too.
When it turns out that Ricky's mom is just pretty much slutty.
Right.
Like, that's hilarious.
Right.
It's like, well, Ray's not his father either. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so she was a Lucy. Mm-hmm. And his dad was like, Ray was like, he is. He's like, what? You bought my baby? Even though he didn't have sex with her, he claims that baby is his because he loves her.
Right.
Like, that's how I feel about it. I think it's hilarious.
I liked it. I just kind of wish it would have turned out to be true, to be honest. Because I think it would have been a lot more funny going into the future seasons if it were true, but maybe, Leahy fell off the wagon and was drunk, but even though it was true, he still wanted to fuck over Ricky and Julie,
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. And of course, it furthers another storyline. So who is Ricky's father?
True. That is true. And I wonder, Sam?
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, maybe Sam. Maybe it's Reggie. Maybe it's, who knows who it is? Maybe it was Phil Collins.
Patrick Swayze, the Swayze train.
Yeah.
Coming back with Sebastian Bach. Please, no.
No. But it'd be funny if it was Phil Collins, which would make Trevor and, or not Trevor, but Jacob and Ricky brothers, and Jacob's married to Ricky's daughter, and they had a baby. So
my gosh.
It'd be pretty Trailer Park-like.
Oh, right? That definitely would be some Canadian inbreeding there, dude. Nice. I wanted to say something I had to bring up that I hate to be the nitpicky guy, but I'm going to do some Neil Tyson Degrassi shit here.
Yeah.
And because that dude watches sci-fi movies and like he notices everything that is not realistic,
Oh, sure.
So, okay. I'm pretty sure, I'm not pretty sure, I know for a fact that there's no way in hell they're growing dope in a ice skating rink. It's too fucking cold on that ice. You got the lights are gonna, I mean, it's not gonna happen, dude. And I was like, that is so fucking stupid. It just,
yeah.
I love the show, but then there's that part of me that's like, the reality of it is not there, dude. And you can't constantly be moving plants like that. They'll go into shock. You're gonna fucking kill them, dude.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, when he had them in the skating rink on the ice.
Well, see, I don't think there's ice on the rink.
I thought there was because they had to keep moving them and stuff for the kids to do the hockey.
The kids were playing on the other side and they're all wearing tennis shoes.
Were they?
Yeah, there's just no ice. Because you can freeze it or you can have an arena and have concerts and everything else.
I was preoccupied when I was watching it, so there's some things I missed.
Well, sure. I missed a lot of stuff too.
Well, then that brings me to my next question. Why the fuck do you have an ice hockey rink with no fucking ice on it?
That's a good question. I'm guessing to grow dope in there and then pretend put on a hockey class thing camp.
How is he going to melt the ice? He would. I'm sorry. I'm totally getting like a little nitpicky with a couple of things, but it just
there's no way you could shoot 2,000 rounds of bullets and not kill someone either.
True. True.
But yeah, I mean, especially from 50 feet away.
Yeah.
But
I'll just go with it. It's cool.
You have to forgive some things.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the thing I forgive the most about the pot growing on this is how terrible the pot plants look.
Oh, they look terrible.
They look nothing like an actual pot plant. I'm like, dude, you can fucking do better than that, guys. Come on. And I forget what in early season it was when they had the big field out, like the outside field going, and it looked like big fucking pussy willows, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's the one where Steve French, the cougar, was in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they always look like males. The plants always look like males with like green, what's that? Not cardboard, but,
all that foam stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what you use to plant plants in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. But, I mean, it's cool. It's a show. They can't.
Yeah.
There's certain things they can't do, but I mean, you can find a way to make plants look more like we. But again, I'm being nitpicky. Let me get off the nitpicky shit, dude. One thing I wanted to say, another thing that I remembered I wanted to say was that, Julian committed, dude. He committed to the fisherman, the lobster thing. He wore that fucking fishing hat the entire season, and I noticed it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, dude, he is committed to that fucking lobster bit, dude. And, he wore the fuck out of that hat, too. So.
From the look of his little shed, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, he had flat screen and track lighting, all kinds of stuff.
Funny as hell he was living in
container.
There. Yeah, shipping container.
Yeah.
Oh, Randy, right on the TV there, Randy and his jerk-off buddy.
I love his mustache.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, man, it really does it.
Yeah.
And then he let his hair grow back, too, on his chest and belly. It's way better.
Yeah.
I could not take him shaved. It was ridiculous.
Oh, I know. And when I first saw him wearing the shirt, I was like, what the fuck? He's wearing a shirt.
I know.
And then later on, when he took the shirt off and he was wearing an oversized condom, and I was like, that's how he was wearing the shirt, and that's hilarious.
Yeah, because he can't have that fabric up against him.
Yep. And then later on when he's in jail and he's not wearing a shirt and he's got the little piece of tape with his prison number, his inmate number on it, on his chest. Like, what the hell? But yeah, I liked Randy's bit of, trying to get into the police academy and doing the hair and the mustache like a cop. And
it is. It's like he kind of took over what Leahy was doing. Yeah. But went extreme with it.
Oh, yeah. Know? And that little police golf cart, dude. Oh, wow.
Oh, I know. It's hilarious.
I want to steal that thing so fucking bad, dude. You know?
Well, he wrecks it, so...
Yeah. Man.
Oh, wow. Just pulled a big old black dildo out of the glove box.
And that's the police chief.
Yeah, that's George Green's track.
Maybe George Green is Ricky's dad.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be interesting. Very interesting.
Well, I will say, when Lucy was naming off everybody she's had sex with Ricky, she did say your dad, but she didn't say Ray. So who knows?
Who knows?
I love his ponytail. Reggie's ponytail is awesome.
Yeah, that is great. That'd be more of a rat tail, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's a rat tail. That's the longest rat
tail.
But
a long rat tail, yeah, with a braid. That's great.
It is awesome. And the way he calls everybody names of, like, their animal rapists.
Yeah, I love it. You know he's in his freaking house at night watching the bestiality videos, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You know it,
it's like, what's going on, turtle lickers?
Yeah, it's so fucking good, man.
Walrus rapers.
Oh, man. Oh, he's a cocksucker. So what'd you think overall of this season, man?
I think and if you notice, Corey directed this season.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it took a really good leap back to the way it used to be. But it's still, like, the camera shots and all the panning, all the constant movement of panning going on in the cameras, like, that's a little bit much.
Yeah.
But I get it. I mean, they got better equipment and stuff now. I mean, obviously,
little experimental.
Cameras automatically do that now and everything else too. But overall, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Nice.
I think it was pretty damn good. Leahy's part was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was a chug off. The liquor was talking to him. Liquor was talking to Randy. I mean, it was...
Well, I loved when Leahy just straight up shot old dude in the leg like it wasn't no shit, dude.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that was badass, dude.
That's a glimpse of old Leahy when he was badass, you know?
Oh, yeah. No hesitation, just boom.
Yeah.
Now give me what I want. Yeah, I can't rate it with a number, but I can just say that I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really liked Leahy's bit. I liked it when he was nice and trying to help Randy, Ricky.
Yeah.
And, I really liked that a lot, dude. That was probably my favorite part of this season. And, Randy for sure. I mean, how could you not love that cheeseburger eating motherfucker?
I know. He had a really good part this season.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, overall, man, I think it was a pretty good season. Definitely a hell of a lot better than the last two. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And it was
way
better than that European special they had too, I thought. That was good.
I thought it was good, but yeah this was better for sure.
This was better for sure.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So I'll definitely give it a high rating. I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I can't do the 1 to 10 scale. That's too broad for me.
Yeah.
But I can give it 3.5 stars, dude. It wasn't.
You can only rate like Netflix.
Well, speaking of that, because Amy Schumer, Netflix isn't doing the star ratings anymore because, anyway, we're not going to get into that shit, dude. That's a whole nother thing that gets into the whole social and political realm. Snowflake shit. So, but I'd give it 3.5 stars for sure. I mean, the first seasons when the show first started obviously are the best.
Oh, yeah.
But this is good, man. This is a good season. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I agree. Agree completely with that.
Hell yeah. Well, we got that out of the way, and we're going to do our closing segment here, called Nutty Bar of the Week, which is we find a story. It could be a serious story. It could be a not serious story. It could be someone who's stupid. Usually it's someone who's stupid, but it could be for any reason whatsoever. You know, I mean, there's no rhyme nor reason to it. We've picked people who are hurting in life and in bad places, and we still picked them because they were acting a fool. So no one is safe from being a nutty bar. But this week's actually is from 3 weeks ago. Yeah. But it's so damn good there was no way in hell we were letting it get away, dude.
No.
And this is one where we're keeping the nutty bars in the wrapping because there's 2 of them, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So, Drew.
This is a king-size share type bar.
Oh, yeah, dude. This is insane, buddy. Take it away, Drew.
All right. So, I like the headline. It's pretty good, but I think the first line really does it. But the headline is, Mushrooms, Pot, Making Out, Don't Mix for Brothers. And I'll tell you, it says, sorry, Philly. Indianapolis gets to be the city of brotherly love this week. And it's because of 2 brothers, Timothy Baz and Noah Baz, both in their early 20s. Jeez. They decided they're going to eat some magic mushrooms. They're going to smoke a little weed. And then they're going to go outside and they're going to strip down naked and they're going to, start like making out passionately in front of a dumpster.
Passionately. Yeah, not just making out, passionately.
And I'll get to that right now. I'll just pretty much read this because there's no better way to explain it. But they admitted to partaking in psychedelic mushrooms and smoking a little pot. The drugs may explain what happened before cops arrived. One witness said it began when she emerged from her apartment to see the brothers yelling and lying completely naked.
Whoa!
On top of each other on the sidewalk.
Not even any socks on their jocks.
Completely naked. It says
like Dick's probably touching.
This is the court report.
Wow, this is official.
This is official.
This ain't no Inquirer or Star
this
bullshit,
is quoted
dude.
and everything.
Wow.
And then she says that Noah chased her and clocked her in the forehead.
What the hell?
Yeah. And also, per the court documents, a second witness, the apartment complex manager, mind you, the manager of this place, says she spotted the brothers passionately making out, in quotes, in front of a dumpster. And that Noah also went after her. And she locked herself in her car while he screamed that he was going to kill her.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, it gets crazy. The brothers who reportedly jumped and banged on the other cars, also allegedly gave cops a hard time during their arrest, with Noah Baz ended up being stun-gunned.
Ouch. No clothes to help with those hooks going in, dude. You're bare fucking...
Oh, man.
Ugh.
The officer says, not a good batch of whatever he got.
That is brilliant, dude. I love that quote. Say that again. What was that?
Not a good batch of whatever he got. Oh, dude, that is great.
Oh, that is
sounds
awesome.
like a terrible, terrible batch of whatever they got.
Dude, I've had shrooms in my past, but I've never I've never made out with anyone, not even a chick, dude.
Yeah.
I ended up standing in a BP gas station in downtown Dayton with the chick who was on them too for about 30 minutes, laughing while we stared at the Starburst display, but that was about it.
Well, they're being charged with 17 charges.
Wow.
Yeah, combined.
That I did not know.
Yeah, and just the highlights are disorderly conduct, obscene performance, and incest.
Well, they slammed them with the incest.
Obscene performance. That sounds like they were really doing some work.
Oh yeah. Well, not only passionately kissing, but they were laying on the ground, on the concrete, naked, on top of each other.
On top of each other.
Dick and balls to dick and balls.
Yeah.
Tonguing brothers. But the thing is, like, they're making out, and then a witness sees it, and one of the brothers, Noah, jumps up and chases her. How do you go from, like, I'm in this emotional, passionate embrace of love or whatever, freakiness, lust with whoever it is, into, like, I'm gonna kill you, bitch, into a rage, and, I mean, obviously it's because it's the mushrooms, but I mean...
Maybe it's they like rough hate sex.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe the angry sex.
Was this the first time that they've ever done something like that? Was it the shrooms that caused this? Which I doubt. Or is this something that they have experimented with before with each other, or possibly at least had the feelings? I mean, I don't
know. But I looked at my brother and when I told him this story and said, we're never eating mushrooms together.
Oh, that's great, dude. Dude, what was it? Noah, and what's the other brother's name? Timothy?
Bats. Yeah, Batz.
Dude, how do you talk to your mom after that happens?
Like, well, Mom, I'm going to need some bail money. Yeah, me and Tim, we got caught making out. Yeah, naked in front of a dumpster again.
Okay,
it was shrooms.
That's Noah, but what does Timothy say?
Timothy says, yeah, we got caught making out in front of a dumpster. What of it? Oh, no. Noah's ashamed. Timothy doesn't care.
That actually makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. I feel like one of them antagonized it, and it was Tim.
We're going to go with Tim then?
Yeah.
It's all Tim's fault?
I think so.
The making out with his brother, or the whole thing is his fault?
No, the whole thing. I bet.
All right.
Yeah, I'll bet he got the shrooms. He talked his brother into it. Oh, actually, Noah was the older one.
Oh, no, all right.
But see, Tim, I feel like he was just young and wild, out of control.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He was Bat's shit crazy. That's their last name.
That was good. Like, that flew right over my head. Flew right over my head.
I thought maybe you'd get it and we'd have a good chuckle.
No, it didn't work out that way.
No, it didn't.
Well, I was singing, in my head when you said that, I was singing that song, Crazy for You. and so I was hearing that song in my head while visualizing the two brothers naked on the concrete, one laying on top of the other. The one on top has his hands on his brother's head with his fingers in his hair, and he's turning his head side to side as he's kissing him and rolling his tongue around his brother's. And then his brother that's on the ground has his hands around his brother on top of him, grasping his ass, pulling his dick closer to press against his dick on the ground, right? and he has one leg wrapped around his brother's leg that's on top of him. And they're passionately making out on the ground. That's what I visualize, dude. Maybe even a little, like, light grinding and thrusting, like the brother on top. Like, maybe, like, not thrusting, but like some grinding dicks together, you know? And then I'm thinking maybe, like, he starts working it in circles, you know? And then maybe rolls his hips like the oceans a few times, you know, getting some good different movements in there on his brother's wang-a-dang-dang.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Too far?
It is too far 10 miles ago.
Sorry, man. It's one of those nights. What can I say, dude? All right. Well, now that I've probably made everyone a little too awkward, you know.
No. That's, wow. Wow, that's, you know, you just made a whole video up and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
The sad thing is I'll probably still have that burnt in my mind when I'm trying to sleep tonight. That sucks.
Luckily, while you were saying it, I just was visualizing, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Right.
You know?
The funny thing is, that was the short version of what I visualized in my head. Yeah.
They got some nasty details.
There was some more
details,
details, yeah.
See, they're also, it said they were laying on top of each other and yelling. So you have to
that's right.
also imagine their faces are like a half inch apart, maybe, or maybe even touching, and they're just yelling at each other.
What are you yelling, though?
Yeah.
Because you're making out, too, so are you yelling like, I fucking love you?
No, I bet it was, I told you if you lay on top of me, you'd get a boner. You know, I told you. You know,
Now kiss me, you fool.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
I don't know either, but now I'm going to try to rework my video a little bit to get some of the yelling in there and stuff.
Yeah, it gets on a whole nother level when you get a little anger in there.
True. Brotherly anger, too. Because, I mean,
anger.
you know, you got brothers, I got brothers, dude. We know how that can go. Shit can get rough with brothers, dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
That's why brothers end up killing each other a lot.
Yeah.
Not that I'm planning anything.
Hey, man, if anything happens, I didn't hear nothing. I don't want to lose my podcast partner. And on that note, so kudos to Noah and Timothy Batts for being the Nutty Bars of the week.
Kudos. Crazy bastards.
Terrible, dude.
Sick.
Sick.
You guys are sick.
And like when he's running his fingers through his brother's hair, it's like where like when you get your hair cut and the chick like puts your hair between her fingers and cut, like you can see his hair through his brother's fingers. That's how tight and close he's caressing his brother's head as he kisses him and he just barely opens his mouth and he slides his tongue in his brother's mouth and rolls it around and.
Let's call it before you start describing their penises.
Oh, right on. They're hard. That's about all I can say about them, and they look like dicks. They're hard and they look like dicks. But yeah, good time to jump off on this one. Yeah.
But you just write all that down, dude. I'll read it. I promise.
Yeah, sure. I'll Facebook it to you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Come back next week as we, like we said, we've revamped the show here, and we're going to get into some music and entertainment stuff and just talk about, I don't know, more of that kind of stuff. And not the non-serious,
crazy graphic guy love making stuff, but music and things.
I promise you, everyone, I know you want to hear more about my graphic guy making love stuff, so I promise you.
If you do, comment on there and we'll do more of it, I guess.
And, I've got no problem doing
I can get obscene
graphic brother stuff, dude, that's fine. I mean, it's,
I can make up names and all kinds of stuff.
Make up names, but it just so happens that I know people in real life with those names that I made up.
I'll call them like Drew.
Yeah, and Wade. Drew and Wade.
Yeah, we'll just use our own names.
Yeah.
Since we're not brothers, it can't be true.
Right. So when Drew's running his fingers through Wade's hair as he's laying on top.
All right, that's enough.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good night.
Later.
You want to hear something funny? The mic wasn't on that whole time.
No way.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, wow.
So smooth.